Hello, good morning to everybody.
Good morning, sister.
Good morning, good morning.
Good morning,
Good,
sister.
Okay. I hope everybody is fine.
Yes, please.
Please, can you inform the class? We want to start. We have only 490. By the time they will come, we will get somewhere and they will draw. Your sister, please go back. I don't understand. So I'm giving you just 2 minutes for them to join the class. And then please, we will start. Okay, so I think we can start now. Okay, so good morning once again.
good morning, sister.
I hope everybody is fine.
Yes, sister. And you?
By His grace, I'm fine. All right. So please, can we get someone to kindly put up your hands to take us through what we did last week? Today we will be running a little bit faster because we're supposed to finish this slide last week so that we can do the activity of today. We are in the third week. So today I will be moving a little bit faster. So please, if you have any question, kindly put it in the chat box. And then please, those who will be answering the questions in the chat box, please add your index number because class contribution go for a mark. So please, let's take notes. Okay, so please, can we get someone to take us through what we did last week? Please kindly put up your hands. Okay. Bridget.
Please, last week we talked about the midwife returns form, and we got to know that it has the recording starts from antenatal, labor, and postnatal. We also have a place for child family planning and abnormalities. With the ANC, we have registrants attend age group from 10 to 14, 15 to 19, 20 to 25, 30, 20 to 25, 26 to 29, 30 to 35, and those who are more than or equal to 35 years. The same applies to labor and postnatal. We also have male involvement on the form. We have neonates with abnormalities also on the form, and also we have those who accepted family planning and a place for abortions, age group for abortions. That is what I remember. We also talked about population growth, how to calculate crude birth rates and crude death rates. Thank you.
Okay, so thank you very much. Thank you. So last week we had a look of the course contents, what we are going to do for the semester. So please kindly mute yourself. So we will have a look of what we are supposed to do today. I think I have sent you the slide on your page. Let's quickly, so I think we got to, okay, we're done with this. Okay. Were we done with, where did you, I think we go to age specific because you are 3 classes. Yes, I deleted one because I need to do some citation before sending it back to you. So I will send it just after the class. Okay, so I think we got to fertility. Okay, so we are here today. Factors that somebody has given me where we got to. Factors that influence population growth. Okay, so here is the factors that influence population growth. So we go to fertility, mortality, and migration. And so we are going to take the first factor, that is fertility. So I think last week we discussed what is fertility, so we are not going back to this discussion. So we are starting with fertility. So what is fertility rate? Sorry. So fertility, last week we said having regular unprotected sex and getting pregnant within 1 year. If you are not able to get pregnant with regular unprotected sexual intercourse, you are termed as infertile. So now fertility rate is about bringing in new life. And so we want to measure the rate at which people are giving birth in our facility and how giving birth increase the population in our facility and the effect of an increase in population on the work of midwives and then the effect on the country and the effect on policymakers, that is the government. And so now bringing in life, we are going to talk about fertility, the ability to get pregnant of having regular unprotected sexual intercourse within 12 months. And I think last week we have a look of some of the factors that influence fertility. We said we have female fertility, having a good reproductive system, and then male having a good reproductive system. For example, if you have a blocked tubes, it means you'll be having problem with fertilization, tubal infertility. If you don't have a uterus, where will you carry the baby? So we have a look of some of the factors that influence fertility. Now, fertility rate is the measure of how many children are born to women in the reproductive age within 15 to 49 years. Now, last week, we looked at our midwifery returns, and then we find out that we have 10 to 14, not 15 rather, because our reproductive age in Africa, Ghana has reduced. We have 10 years, even 9 years are getting pregnant. Very soon, it will even come to 8 years. Because the rate at which now they get their menses early is an issue because of change in diet, you see. And so now we have 10 years getting pregnant. And that is why last week I asked you to take note of your midwifery returns, if you remember. That take note of your midwifery return, the age interval at ANC, labor, postpartum, and abortion. So here, the age interval for Ghana now, sorry. Hello, can you hear me now? Sorry, I'm back.
Yes, sister, we can hear you.
Hello.
Sister.
Hi,
Yes, sister, we can hear you.
Hello.
Sister, we can hear you.
Okay. You can hear me now, right? Can you hear me now? Okay. Okay, yes, sister. All right. So, like I said, our age interval has reduced because we have 10 years people getting pregnant now. And that is why on our midwifery returns, we have 10 to 14. We have 10 to 14. So that is the meaning of the 10 to 14. Ours is not starting from the 15 because of the change in the reproductive age in Ghana. I think most of you have ever delivered 12 years, 13 years, and 14 years. So we are starting from the 10. Now, general fertility rate is the number of live births per 1,000 women of a reproductive age. Per 1,000 women of a reproductive age, 15 to 49 years in a given period or in a given year. So the general fertility rate talk about the number of live births. So the formula is the number of live births in a year over the number of women in a specific age interval, 15 to 49. But Ghana ours have changed to become 10. I want you to understand, and it is on our midwifery returns form, multiply by 1,000. Now, what is the importance of fertility rate? It helps midwives to know the number of pregnant women we will be taking care of each year. So the more people give birth or the more people get pregnant, the more they are going to give birth, and there is an increase in population growth. And our workload to increase. And we have a responsibility to take care of. If more people are giving birth, it means we need more trained, skilled midwives to be conducting the delivery. So our, what do we call? Our ANC attendance will be increased. We need more resources, more midwives. Our delivery cases will be increased. There will be an increase in population growth. Government will have to build more facilities, train more midwives, import more health commodities. So you see, it has implication on health. So when you get this slide, you try your hands on this trial question. So let's move on to the total fertility rate. Now, total fertility rate talk about the average number of children a woman is expected to give birth to during her lifetime if current birth rate continues and he lives through her entire reproductive age. So when we talk about total fertility rate, we are talking about the average number, at least average number of children each woman in the community is expected to give birth to in her lifetime, if all other things being equal. If they are supposed to pass through the reproductive age and they don't die alongside the reproductive age, for example, 15 to 49 years. So, example, if you calculate the total fertility rate and you have 3.5, it means that in your community, the average 3.5 means average woman is expected to have about 3 to 4 children in her lifetime within the 15 to 49 years. So I will put Ghana 10 to 49 years. Everybody is supposed to give birth 3 or 4, 3 to 4 children. So when you get the answer, you leave it like that and you interpret. So the formula for total fertility rate is the sum of age-specific rates multiplied by age interval. So in order to calculate the total fertility rate, we should know how to calculate the age-specific fertility rate. So you remember last week, those are the words. Please take your delivery records. And you are going to give me the figures and I'm going to teach you how to do the age-specific fertility rate. So the age-specific fertility rate is the number of live births per 1,000 women in a specific age group. So here they look at the word age specific. So here, this one gives you the fertility rate under each specific age group, the fertility rate at each specific age group. And then each specific age group is done in a 5 years interval. It is done in a 5 years interval. So I'm going to teach you how to do the age specific, what do we call? Okay, so can somebody, let me ask for a slide. Can somebody, oh, not here. Can somebody give us the delivery records, please? Kindly put up your hands if you are. I need the delivery records in your facility. The slide that I sent it to you, it was someone was at the ward. So he gave us their delivery records and we used for the calculation. Please, can somebody kindly put up your hands and give me your delivery records, please? Just look at your delivery book. I need the age in your delivery book. Okay, so we are going to calculate age specific fertility rate. That is the fertility within an age specific. Okay, so I have the first person. Oh, I saw a hands up. Please, can somebody, we don't have much time. Can somebody give us your age specific fertility rate, please? Those are the words. Or if you have your delivery records. Hello. Hey, 722, 700, almost 800 students. Nobody can give me your delivery records. Okay, Theodora. Okay. We are listening. Are you? I can see my voice. I can hear my voice out, giving me echo. Can you put off one of your? Hello. Oh, Theo. Okay, any other person? Please, can we be fast about it? If not, there will be no time to ask questions. So this one, we are 720. Just give me your delivery, pick your delivery book, and we are ready to go. Hello. Hello, or I should jump and go to the next slide. Hello. Please kindly put up your hands and give me your delivery records, please. I just need your delivery records from January to what do we call? Okay, we are in so January to July or June. January to June ending. Okay, Theo is back. Okay, Theodora.
Sister.
Yes.
Sister, please. So, my deliveries for the year 2022, the age groups.
Oh, you have 2022.
Yes, I have my delivery book right in front of me.
Okay.
I should take it 2025.
Don't worry. Let's pick the 2022. Okay, so let's go.
So we have 32.
No, hold on. So let's look at the delivery book. Pick the youngest
The
age.
lowest.
The lowest.
Sister, please, the lowest is 15.
Okay, you have 15.
Yes, please.
And then the oldest or the highest.
The highest is 36.
Are you sure?
Yes, sister.
Okay, you are giving
Sister,
it
please,
wrong.
I'm in a chips compound.
Don't worry, 36. Okay. So let's do the calculation. I'm going to work with you because you are the one who gave me your distance. So stay online. So point 1. We said the age specific. Talk about fertility within a specific age group. So, and it is done with 5 years interval. So you pick the first one, 15. Tio, are you with me?
Yes, sister.
Now, when you pick the 15, you start counting using the 5 years interval. So 15, you include the 15. If not, you'll not be able to capture the person who came to deliver at age 15.
Okay.
So let's count it together. 15. I'm counting with
16,
16.
17, 18, 19, 20.
Why 20? Count your hands again. We are doing
Sister,
5 years
5.
interval. So
5
count
years
15.
interval. So if we are
15 is 1.
including 15, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19.
So here will be 19. If we don't include the 15, you may miss those who came to deliver at age 15. Are we together?
Yes, sister.
And it is done with 5 years interval. Now, when you look on our midwifery returns, they brought it to 10 because they might capture some. Now 10 years are even delivery. So they are using the 5 years interval. I just want you to know how to calculate the age specific for your facility and how they got that figure on their midwifery returns. So it was 10 years, 11, 12, 13, and 14. And that is why the first is 10 to 14. And that is the 5 years interval. Always include the first one. If not, you miss.
Okay.
So do the number 2 for me. So everybody, okay, so others are even done. So do the number 2. Theo, do the number 2 for me, please. Theo?
Sister.
Number 2. Let's go.
Sister, which one? I'm a little bit confused.
We are doing the age because this is the lowest and this is the highest. We will do until we have captured the older 36 before we will stop. If not, we won't stop. So we are on the 2. So do the age interval for me. Using the 5 years.
So we have 15 to 19. Then the second one will be
So count your hands.
Sister, please, do we include the 19 or I should start from 20?
You start from 20. We have already captured the 19 up there.
Okay. So 20, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So it will be 20 to 24.
Okay. All right. Let me write it. 20, 24. So you just be adding 5, 5. Let's go. 5, 5. Let's go. So the third one.
25 to 29.
Okay.
29. 30,
okay.
30 to 34.
Number 4. 30.
30 to 34.
34. Will we stop here till?
Sister, we are counting 5.
I said that are we stopping at the point 4?
Yes, sister, because the highest age was 36, and we
So we
have
will stop.
34. So if we go to the next one, we will
I'm
exceed the
asking you, sorry, so we should stop at the 4.
Yes, sister.
Have we captured the 36?
Not yet. That's what I was saying, that if we should move to the next stage, then we are going to have 35 to 39,
Okay,
where
so
the
number 5.
36 will be inclusive.
Number 5 is 35 to 39. I'm listening.
So now we've captured our 36 within the 35 to 39.
Okay. So are we going to the next?
No, so we will end here.
Good. I just want to know whether you understand. Because we have already captured the oldest age. And so we will
Yes,
not
sister.
continue. Okay. As far as we have captured the oldest age, there is no need for us to continue. On our midwifery returns, they ended with more than, because that one, they make it in general. Because they have make it in general, they ended in more than or equal to 35 years. And so from now, everybody understand why they got the 10 to 14, 15 to 19 or something. Now you understand how to calculate the age specific fertility in rate. If you have any question, put it in the chat box. There will be no time for us to, and then you'll be answering there. I'm following from the chat box and people are doing the answering. So please put it there. Now, if we are the word, everybody is going to calculate their own. Try your hands on your age specific rate. Oh, okay. So we are going to the next one. Tio. Oh, Tio, please, you have to come back. Oh, we need a delivery, live birth. Tio. Oh. Tio. Tio.
Yes, sister. So I was
You are back.
muted. That's why. Yes, please, sister.
So let's give me the delivery.
The total number of deliveries.
Live birth. Oh, sorry. That's why I've been using my hands. The live birth for each of the age group. Hello, Tio.
Sister,
So,
please.
You are now going to count.
No, I'm moving to the last number of entry for the year. That is.
So how many deliveries, how many live births do you have in age 15 to 19? How many people gave birth there?
Sister, please, I had 18.
Okay, 18. So you write it down. That is the live birth. See, today I'm working with you, so you stay with me.
Okay, sister.
Because I'm using your delivery records. Okay. Oh, my ink is disturbing me. Okay, so Tio, let's go. So here is what? Live birth.
Yes,
20 to 24. Yes, the number of live births.
For age 20 to 24. Sister, please, I'm opening my record, so kindly pardon me if I am delaying a little bit.
It's you.
Sister,
You should have added all this long time ago.
I'm in my consulting room. That's why. So age 20 to 24, I had 3, 4, 5.
Okay, so go to the next one and give us the age interval. So here you had 5, 25 to 29.
25 to 29, I had 25 to 29 is 0.
Is 0.
Yes, please.
But what do you didn't get anybody to deliver at that age. Then you are
No,
enjoying
sister.
it. You are enjoying when we finish, we will decide on your facility, whether you need more midwife or not.
I don't
Okay.
need more midwives.
All right. 30 to 34. How many are you there?
Sister, please, I'm the only one.
You are
It's
enjoying
just a
now.
1 month community. It's just a
Eh,
one community. We don't have catchment
eh,
areas.
eh.
Yes,
The whole year, this delivery, you are okay, 30 to 34.
30 to 34. I had.
We asked those in the hospitals, the referral centers, to give them their figures. They didn't mind us. So we are using somebody from the CHIP compound.
Sister, 4.
You had 4?
Yes, sister.
Okay. All right. Then the last one.
35. I had 1 person.
Hey.
No, sister.
Mm-hmm.
Sister, the first one,
The 15 to 19. Tio?
Yes, sister. Sister,
That is
please,
wrong.
the 30. Yes, that one is 1. So we'll deduct the age from the total number of births. That will give from age 15 to 19, the number that I got.
Okay, so it's 18. The number of live births,
Ye-
15 to 19.
Yes, sister.
All right. Okay. So let's give me the total woman population in each age group. Do you have it or you don't have?
The women in the WIFA.
They also within 15 to. So which one are you using?
Sister,
The WIFA, which
as in
figure are
which
you?
report?
I'm talking about women population between 15 to 19 years.
Okay, the women population 15 to 19 years is.
Please, those who are confused, somebody is just giving me the figure. Mine is to put it inside. So look at what you have in your facility and use it to do it. Somebody is giving me her own facility number. And women in their population, we have it at the district. Every hospital, we give
Yes,
you the
sister.
population. No, I'm just explaining. Somebody has asked that he doesn't understand. He doesn't know where we are. So you will get it from the district or you will get it from, you go to your statistics and the
Sister,
value.
please, is 465.
Okay, 4,
The
50,
465, the women in fertility age, the WIFA population.
465.
Yes, sister.
So which of them are within 15 to 19?
Yeah.
That is
Sister,
the
the 465 is the total number of women in fertility age.
Yes, I understand. But we need to get those. They are from the 15 to the 30 something that you have. But we need to get those, the out of the 465, who are those within 15 to 19? How many are those there? 20 to 24. So this one, they have given you the way for the whole total population of your community of women in their reproductive age, which is the 465. But each of them has their division.
Look at that information I don't have.
So where will you get that information? You know, we did population census. And the
Yes.
population census, no, they have each of the age groups. So when you go to your district, because
So unless I
normally,
get it from the HI, Health Information Officer.
yes, you get it from the HI. Now, normally, you know, when we fill the midwifery returns, when we are done, we give it to the HI, the biostatistics people at the district. They do this calculation and they have the figures. Do you understand?
Yes, sister.
They have the figures. So this is the total woman in their reproductive age, but we also have each of them. So for example, let's break, since you don't have that records, let's break the 4-6. Let's spread them each let's spread them. So 15 to 19, give them a figure and let's go.
So
just give them a figure.
That will amount to the 465, or I should just guess a figure.
No, you just give a figure, but at the end we should get the 465. So give us a figure. So for example, let's give this 100. Let's give this what do we call 150. Let's give this one I hope you are adding so that I don't go beyond the 465.
Yes, sister. That's 250.
Let's give this one 165. Hey, let's give this one. How many is left?
So 150 plus 250 plus 165.
65. No, it might make it 65. 65 plus 50.
It's 365.
It was 365.
So minus this.
100.
Okay. So 100. So that will give us the 465. Okay. So now we have been asked to calculate the age-specific fertility rate. So let's go back to the formula. Let me ask for another board. So the formula is the number of live births, the number of live births over the number of women in that age group. That is the total population of women in that age group multiplied by 1,000. So when you are done, you set your answer, live birth per 1,000 women in a specific age group. So let's go back to the formula. Now we are asked to calculate the age specific, and we know the formula. So we are going to calculate the age specific rate here. So give us the number one. Tio?
Sister.
Number one, give us the figure and let's go.
So it will be 18.
And what is the total population of women in that age group, 15 to 19?
100.
Okay. Multiply by 1,000.
By
so
1,000.
What will be the answer?
18 divided by 180.
Please remember 180. Those who are asking questions in the chat box, somebody is just giving me her records, and I'm using. And Theo is giving me her age specific lowest and highest, and we did the age specific group for her. Then I said, oh no, our midwifery returns, we have 10 to 14 using the 5 years interval because it was a general team. We need to capture those who are giving birth at age 10 and 11 and 12 and 14. Now she is giving us live birth from her delivery book. And she gave us the total population of women, the wafer, the total population of women in your community, which is the 465, isn't it? So he gave us the total population of women in a reproductive age to be 465. And that is what we are using. And I was asking for those numbers, those who are 15 to 19, how many are they? And that is what we have written there, 100, 150, 65. He said he doesn't have it here unless you go to the HI. So I said you should just put in a figure there, but you can get it from your HI. So that is where we are now. So the first one, we had the calculation 18 over 100 times. And you are giving me the answer to be 180. Theo?
Sister.
180. So state your answer where? Well, 180.
So 180. Yeah.
Remember
180.
We said you should state your answer. Live birth.
Per 1,000 women.
In 15 to 19 specific year group. Do you understand? So let me write it. So state it again. Theo?
Sister.
180 live birth.
Per.
Please forgive me of my handwriting. I'm using my hands to write on my laptop. Per.
Per 1,000 women.
In 15 to 19.
Okay.
Specific year group.
Specific year
group. Okay. This one is live birth too. Forgive me of my handwriting. So 180 live birth per 1,000 women in a specific age group, which is the 15 to 19. This is 19, please. Okay. So do the next calculation. Let's go and put the 180 there. So number 2, what will be the answer? Quickly.
Sister, please, the second one, you get 33.3333, but since you cannot run
180. 180. What is
no,
the second one?
The second one, it will be.
What is the formula?
5. It will be 5, which is the number of live births divided by the women in that year age group, which is 150. So it will be 5 divided by 150 times 1,000, which will give you 33.33333. So we can make it
33.3. Okay, let's go.
Yes.
Next one.
So it will be 33.3 live births per 1,000 women in a specific year group 20 to 24.
All right. The next one.
Then the next one, we had no delivery. So it's 0 divided by the number of people in that year group is 65. So by 65 times our 1,000, which will give you 0. So
Okay.
0
No live birth. So let's go to the fourth.
Then the fourth one, we have 4. So it will be 4 divided by 100
Mm-hmm.
times 1,000.
Mm.
Which is 40 live births
Mm-hmm.
per 1,000 women in a specific year group, 30 to 34.
Good. The last one.
It will be 1 divided by 50 times 1,000,
Mm-hmm.
which will give us 20. So 20 live births per 1,000 women in a specific year group,
Mm-hmm.
35 to 39.
Okay. Thank you. So add all of them together and give us the total. Okay, those who are, I'm also looking at the chat box. People who are following there. Please, if you have any question, please kindly put it in the chat box. And then please, when you answer, add your index number to it for your marks. We are many, so we all cannot ask questions. So please, let's put all questions there so that we can be a little bit fast. So let's add 180 plus 33.33 plus 0
so
plus 40
will give
plus
you 273.3.
273.3. So that is the total for the age-specific fertility rate. Don't go, stand on it. Now, how do we get the total fertility rate? Now, the total fertility rate is the sum of age-specific rates multiplied by age interval, which is the 5 years over 1,000. Now, when you get your answer, this one, you leave it there like that. You don't add anything. Just leave it there. So now we have the sum of, you add all your age-specific rates, you multiply by 5 divided by 1,000. So if we don't calculate the age-specific fertility rate, you'll not be able to calculate the total rate. That is the meaning. So let's calculate the total fertility rate. So Theo, let's go.
Sister, so we will add.
So the total fertility rate.
We will have 4.
No, let's put, you know, you have to be gradual. It's not everybody. People don't like maths. So you give us the formula. Put the figures there.
Okay, so sister, we have 15 to 19 being 100.
So we have added them. So we have summed them together. So just pick
it's 465.
No, we are at the age-specific fertility rate summing. Should I go back?
Yes, sister.
We are here. So give me the figure. This one.
273. 0.3.
Okay, so the sum of the age-specific fertility rate after your calculation is 273.3 over times what? What is the age interval?
It's 5.
5 years, okay.
5 years.
Divided by? Divided by 1,000.
By 1,000. Yes, sister.
What will be your answer?
Times 5 divided by 1,000. So please, you have 1.3665. So if we run it off, it will be approximately 1.37 or 1.45.
1.366. 1.3665. So even
Yes,
if you want
sister.
to run it, it will be 1.4, right?
Yes, sister.
Hey, and yeah, community is more.
Sister, it's just a small community, but they they give birth, especially the youth. So by the time the woman is about 34, she may be having like 7 children.
So what is the meaning? Interpret it for us. So let's go back to the total fertility rate. Now you said total fertility rate. The answer that you get is telling you whether the population is increasing or population is reducing. But it also tells you that the average woman is expected to have about that figure. So for example, here we have 3.5. And it means that the average woman, all other things being equal, if they are supposed to pass through the reproductive age, they are expected to have 3 to 4 children in their lifetime. This one in their lifetime, it's not like they have given birth. This one, average woman in their lifetime, so bibiaya kama, ubiabe 3 and to 4. And see, based on the figure that you have given me, which is the 1.4, in their lifetime, if everything is okay, they are expected to give birth 1 to 4 in the community. Are you with me?
Yes, sister.
They are expected to give birth 1 to 4 if everything is okay. Obia say, well, none the reproductive organ and your problem be within the reproductive age that you have given me, which is the 15 to the 39, they are expected to give birth 1 to 4, 1 to 4, 1 to 4. At least obia wokra 1 to 4 dear, 4 dear. 1, then 2 to 4 dear. Now I think that is the interpretation of they are supposed to have about 3 to 4 children in their lifetime before they will pass through the reproductive age. And why do we need to use in midwifery? You see, the higher the TFR, the higher the demand for maternity service, family planning services, and then child health. So let's look at the interpretation. So when you get the 1.4, come and put it into the interpretation figure. This one there is constant, it's already here. So when you put it here, it is telling you that we have 2.1. So 2.1 means the population is at the replacement level, which is a stable population. Now, when you have more than 2.1, that is why I say leave your answer. Point now, Benano, leave it like that. If we have more than 2.1, it is telling you the population is what? Growing. And if the population is growing, the midwife will have a higher responsibility, demand, to increase your population services, family planning services, child welfare clinic, and all those things. Increase your education. You need more midwife in your community. That is why when I look at your figure, I said you don't need more midwives. Now, when you have a population less than 2.1, it means your population may what? Decline over time. There will be a reduction in the population over time. So now let's go back to, we had 1.4. And 1.4 is less than 2.1. So it means in your community, the population over time will reduce. And that is why I was able to tell you that you don't need more midwives. It might be that in your community, they are practicing family planning, and that is why that is happening. Because you can see that even some age-specific age group, we had 0. We had 0. So it might be that they are practicing family planning, or most of them are not married and all those things. You understand?
Yes, sister.
So if the government is planning for your community, I don't think the government will bring in more midwives. Looking at your value, that is the 1.4 compared to the interpretation. So that is the meaning of the total fertility rate used in midwifery. All right, thank you very much, Theo. You
Thank
can
you,
mute
sister.
yourself now. Okay, so that is what we did from Theo. What do we call? So why the age-specific fertility rate? I think I have explained. It shows which age group are giving birth more. So let's go back to Theo figure. Now, this is the figure for Theo. When you look at the age group, it is telling you that 15 to 19, they are giving birth more. And even Theo confirmed that the young people give birth more. So you can see that the age group here, 15 to 19, they are giving birth more. So if you are a midwife and you are planning for your education, you should target family planning or target counseling among the youngest age. It might be that they are unemployed, they are not going to school, lack of education, and for that matter, they are just roaming around getting pregnant anyhow. So your target group, you should look at those that are giving birth more and target your health education towards that group. So that is the importance of the age-specific fertility rate. It gives you the age that is giving birth more so that you'll be able to target your reproductive health programs toward that age, teenage pregnancy education, family planning education on that specific age group. And without the age-specific fertility rate, you will not be able to calculate the total fertility rate, to know the average number of people, if all other things being equal, the number of children they are expected to give birth to, if all other things being equal. So that is the meaning. So please, it will enable you to plan, midwives. So please, let's look at all these things. That is why we are here today. We are not only here for passing exams, but we are here to know these more things. And that is why last week I told you that please be careful on each of the figures you put on the midwifery returns. Antenatal attendance, labor, postpartum, abortion, the age group. If you put any figure that you put there, because we don't do this calculation, but we send it to the district, and then the statistics people and the HR and they will put the figures together and then send it to policymakers. So any figure that you put there, it will come back to us. So let's put the right figure there. It will enable them to take a good decision concerning the district. So from today, we understand how we got the age interval with 5 years on the midwifery returns. That is number one. We know the importance of leaving the figures there as it is. That is number two. Now we know what goes in to get the total fertility rate that will influence policy decision making. All right. Okay. So please, whatever we are learning today, let's apply it at the ward. Don't just let us learn and then forget. No. Whatever we are doing today, when we get to the ward, let's apply them. That is the importance of. And please, though we don't do the calculations, our in charges do, but let's get closer and learn because we will soon be there. And it will enable policymakers to take a decision on health. So we should be very, very careful. So that will bring us to the end of this lesson. We are going back to the activity of today. Okay. So please, this is your assignment. I will send a slide. Now, you are going to, you read the case scenario here. Then you use this to answer the yellow portion. Deadline for submission is 21st September 2025 to my mail. Please take note of the mail. Just type on it, copy and paste, and send. You are going to send it in a Word document. So this is your assignment. I have given you the age group. I have given you total number of women within the age group, and then the live birth. So just use this one to do the calculation. But also try your hands on what you have in the ward, at your labor ward. Please try your hands on it. On your labor ward, please try your hands on what you have in your labor ward. So thank you very much. I think all questions in the chat box has been answered. Let me check and see. And then we move on to the activity of today. We have we have about 1 hour left or 15 minutes left. Okay, so so I think everybody has been answered in the chat box. Okay, Juliana is asking, is it woman in the population or woman in? We are talking about fertility here. So each age group, what is the total women within that specific age group? So the total population of women within that specific age group, so 15 to 19 years. When you come to the community and you count how many women are within 15 to 19 years, you count the 1, 2, 3, you put the figure there. So when we come to the community, we will count all women in their reproductive age. And that figure is already given to us. Just that we don't know the breakdown. How many are within this age group? How many are within this age group? So we are talking about women in a specific, total women, population of women in a specific age group. All right, since all questions in the chat box has been answered, let me quickly go to today's slide. Okay. We are going to talk about the next one. You see, when we were talking about the factors of production, we mentioned that we have 3 factors: fertility, and we are done with the fertility. Now, there are other formulas I will calculate later: antenatal attendance, abortion rates, and so on. I'll calculate that one later. So we are going to the second point, migration. And the third point that influence population group is the, what do we call? Is the mobility. Mortality, mobility. So mortality will be calculated later. That will be next week. Said you are typing, you send it through Microsoft Word. So please take note. I will send you the slide. When you are done, you send it to Microsoft Word. All right. So that is what we are going to do for the assignment. So we are on migration. This is a very important topic. This is a very, very important topic because it concerns us, midwives. Now, migration is the movement of people from one geographical area to another, either within a country, internal migration, or between countries, Ghana, UK. Now, midwives are going to UK, Ireland, US, Canada, or between Ghana and Canada, or Canada to Ghana. It can be other way around. And this is one of the major components of population change, because the more people move into your country, they increase your population. And the more people move out of your community, they also decrease your population. Types of migration. We have international migration, rural-urban migration. Urban-rural is the opposite. We have seasonal. So there's a time there will be a season in your community where you have more people coming in and more people moving out, either for marketing or either for farming activities and so on. Then we have planned, you have decided to change environment. Now, international migration, voluntary or involuntary, you want to leave Ghana to Canada, which most of you are planning to leave. When you move outside, there are legal implications. Either you are going to stay there permanent or temporary. It depends on you. But whatever you do, you need a legal document to work there. And it also have effect on our practice as midwives. Now, other types of migration, we have seasonal. I think I have talked about urban, rural, urban migration, temporary, if you want to go and stay there for a very short time and come back. And so permanent, you are not coming back. You are not coming back. So whether you are coming back or you are not coming back, it depends on the individual. Now, what are some of the factors that will push people to move from one place to another? Economics, for example, job opportunities. Now people want to change job. So if I'm in Kumasi and there is a good job opportunity for me, internal migration, for me to move from Mampong to Accra, I will move for better wages or for better payment so that at least I can improve my living standard. So people want to change environment, move outside the country for better greener pasture so that they can take care of their families. Others are going for social reasons, education, marriage. You want to join your husband, reunion your family. Others are moving environmental disaster. Climate disaster, for example, if there is an earthquake, for example, recently there was a national disaster in one of the countries and they will have to move. Change in climate, climatic change, like you want to go and farm and all those things. Political reasons, when there is a political reasons can move people from one place to the other in order to go and seek for peace. So these are some of the reasons why, the 4 main reasons why people would like to move from one place to the other. And the effect of migration on population growth is that when people move out from the community, remember the community is not the village only, but where you are working is also a community or the country. The more people move out of the country, there is a decrease in population, and it has effects because when people are moving out, more experienced people will be moving, especially in our health system. Now that we have more people moving, I always tell my students that when I completed school when I started work back in the 2000s, you find out that you find so many older midwives and all those things in the world with their movement, this color. But these days, when you go, it's not easy. The green people are, the green uniform is more than even the white. It's becoming a serious issue. Anyway, I don't want you to beat me, so let me keep quiet because I know most of you are planning to leave the country. And it is becoming a serious issue because we have the experience ones are going. So a time will come, nobody is going to mentor nobody. And people have started crying if we go to the workplace. So we should also look at it. Because what is the ratio of a patient to a midwife, client to midwife ratio? You see, and the more people are moving into a disaster, I think we need a stable population because the more people are moving in, it means they'll get pregnant and the workload of midwives will increase. Government will have to come in, build more hospital facilities, import more hospital commodities, and that will be also a pressure on the government and then the country as a whole. Now, when you have more people coming in, they come in with different age and sex group. More males are coming, younger age. You have more labor force, and that will increase productivity. But if you have more of your age group leaving your country, it's a disaster. In the health sector, if we have more young midwives leaving, it will be a disaster in the near future. What about those the old ones, when they go on pension, what are we going to do? Then we have people coming in with different cultural background. So if you are not lucky and you come in with a bad culture, people will copy it. And now look at how people are copying culture anyhow. And that will affect your customs. Our customs and tradition are at risk. But if we have more people going into, they go there and then they send your culture out and people will copy it. You know, we have people in UK, they dress like their culture, sometimes they celebrate and all those things. So you may end up selling your culture outside your country. Now, types of migration, I think I have gone through, so I won't go through this again. I've already taken you through the types. Okay, so here, the main types of migration under international migration is immigration, where we have entry of people into your country. And the more people enter into your country, they increase the population size. And then a migration, exit. So when you have more people moving out of your country or community, there is a reduction in your population. There is a reduction in your population, and that also affects the population of a country. Because like I said, more of your, if you have young age people going, it means experienced ones will be leaving, and that will affect your productivity. Now, when we are done, we have the net migration, and that is the difference between immigration and emigration. And that determines the overall population effect. So if you want to know all those who are moving and living, and you want to know the effect on your population, then you need to calculate the net migration. So immigration is people coming into the country or the community. And we as midwives, we have seasonal migration, seasonal immigration, where we have more people coming into our community within a season. And so we should take note of it, because we need to use that one to plan. Now, what is the effect of immigration when you have more people moving in? It has both positive and negative effects. So one, the positive effect is that population growth. Your population is going to increase. And you have so many people coming in with different dimensions, different culture, ideas, and that will benefit your economy. In the same way, the negative effect is that there will be pressure on the social amenities. Governments will have to come in, build more systems in place to check crime, build more hospitals, build more schools, and so many things will have to be done. And since you have so many people coming in with different knowledge or background or skills, there will be a competition for a job, because everybody is at a higher level. And so there will be competition for a fewer jobs that we have in the system. And the government will have to build more factories or create more jobs for them. So if we don't create jobs, then what happens? There will be social crisis, because we were saying, and SMP, robbing and all those things. And you have people coming in to integrate with their cultural issues. Nowadays, we know, no, I don't want to mention it here, but we know that missing culture is sometimes a problem. If you are not careful, your tradition will die off and copy people, copy. Now we have copy and we are above the normal. So in everything, there is a positive and negative effect. So immigration is the movement of people out of the country. So like I said, either they want to stay there permanent or community, decrease your population size. And that can lead to brain drain. Skilled professionals are leaving. And if we're not careful, a time will come, we will not even get anybody to mentor who. And so they will be. So governments need to do this so that they will plan healthcare. You see, healthcare is the first thing. Health comes later and on employment issue. But if you look at it, healthcare is very, very important. Now, you remember I said that the net migration is the difference between immigration and migration. So minus migration will give you the net migration. And the so here, like I said, the net migration interpretation. You remember, I think I show you, let's go back. I told you that the net migration, determined the overall population effects. So when you are done with your calculation of your net migration, then you need to interpret your answer. So when you have a positive figure, a positive net migration, when you subtract immigration from a migration, if you have a positive figure, the interpretation is that more people move in than out. And so there is a population gain. And when there is a population gain, I have explained what will happen to the midwifery and to the government and to the country. Now, when you have a negative figure for the net migration, it means more people move out than coming in. And so there is a population loss. And when there is a population loss too, we also know the effect. Then we have zero net migration. So when you have zero, it means inflow and outflow, they are the same. So immigration and migration is the same. So there is no effect on the total population side. Therefore, when you are done, you need to calculate the net migration rate. So to enable you to calculate the net migration rate, you should be able to calculate the net migration. So when we are done with the calculation of the net migration, by subtracting the immigration from the migration and then getting the figure and interpreting your figure, then you can now proceed to calculate the net migration rate. So the net migration rate measured the net effects of migration. Immigration minus migration on a population expressed as per 1,000 population during a specific year. So here is per 1,000 of your population during a specific year. So here it will enable to compare different population or countries together. So now this is the net migration rate. The net migration rate is immigrants minus emigrants over the mid-year population multiplied by 1,000. That is why when you are done, you state your answer per 1,000 of the population during a specific year. Now, I will explain why here we are using the mid-year population. So when you are done with your calculation, it will give you your figure, then you come and interpret. If you get a positive net migration rate, it means the population is what? Gaining. So there is a population growth due to migration. And when it gets a negative figure, it is also telling you that the population is reducing. You see, all this thing, when you are done, it will help you to calculate the growth rate of a community. The growth rate of a community. So here, the zero net migration rate, it means there is no effect on population. There is no effect on population. So I have put all of them in a table form with an examples. So let's look at it. So here, immigration people coming into your country, the formula is as simple as ABCD. So here, immigrants, those who are coming in, divided by the mid-year population, multiplied by 1,000. So let's, another example, you have 3,200 people moving into Mampong. I use Mampong because I'm in Mampong. So your mid-year population for Mampong is 150,000. So when you do the calculation, it will be 3,200 over the mid-year population, which is 150,000 times 1,000. And that is giving us 21.3. Figure B, just leave it there like that. Then what is the meaning? Now it means the interpretation, you have 21.3 immigrants per 1,000 of the population coming into your country. So if you take any 1,000 of the immigrants, 1,000 people as a result of an increase in your population, 21.1 of them move into your community. Now we have immigration, those who are living, emigrants divided by the mid-year population times 1,000. So example, we have 1,500 moving out of Mampong, and then the mid-year population is 150. So it is giving you 150 divided by the mid-year population times 1,000. And that is giving us 10 immigrants per 1,000 of the population. So 1,000 of the population increase, 10 of them move, population reduction, 10 of them move out of that community. So we have 10 immigrants. Now, when you are done, you come to the net migration. Remember, if you don't calculate the net migration, you will not be able to calculate the net migration rate. And the net migration is the difference between immigration and emigration. It's the difference between the two. So immigration minus emigration, the median. So what do we do? So now, so let's subtract. So we have 3,200 people coming in, and those who are leaving, migration is 1,500. So when we subtract, we will get a figure. So let's do the deduction and see. So let's do the deduction on our phones. 3,200 minus 1,500. And that will give us 1,700. And that will be the net migration. Now, remember, we need to move on to calculate the net migration rate. You remember I have talked about the net migration rate here. And we said the net migration rate help us to measure the net effect of migration. So we want to measure the effects of migration on the population. And that is why we leave our answer per 1,000. So here, let's do the calculation. So this is the formula. Net migration, which is the 1,700, divided by the media population times 1,000. So that will give us 11.3. When you get your answer, leave it there like that, because we are going to do the interpretation. That is the most important thing. So here we are having 11.3, and it's a positive A. So population gain. Let's go back to the interpretation. We said if we have a positive net migration, population is growing due to migration. If we have a negative, population is what? Shrinking or reducing due to migration. So here we are having a positive figure, which is 11.3. So there is a population gain, you remember. So when there is a population gain, it means the population is increasing. So here we gain people. We had 11.3 per 1,000 of the increase in population. We have 11.3 people coming into the, what do we call? Coming into the community. Now, I don't know, I don't want to say this, but one of my students was just, when I was solving this question, she was looking at me, and then you told me, Sister Baima, I can, you see, when you calculate for the immigration and the immigration and migration, when you subtract this figure, you still get 11.3. So she was just telling me the short way to get the answer. I said, okay, oh, thank you. So here, that is the formula for the net migration, and that is given as 11.3. Okay. Now, let's quickly look at why the media population. Why are we using the media population? You remember, you can use the total population. Now, you remember that I always tell you to take care of the denominator. You can use the total population as it's the total population for the whole year. But the mid-year population is the best. The mid-year population, when we talk about the middle of the year, taking the middle of the year population. So we have January to December, and we have 12 months. So mid-year population is from January to December, is the total population. So from January to so we'll give you the mid-year population. And we said it represents the population halfway. And it is very important because population change. Every time people give birth, people die, people migrate. So if you want to wait for the whole year before taking the whole year population, you may not get there. Actually, you'll be biased in research. I hope you are doing research. So when I talk about being biased, you understand what I mean by being biased. And then please, those who are asking for the slide, it's on your page, so you can quickly check for the formulas. They are all there. So now you can use the total population, but in demography, when we talk about demography, the study of human population, their size, structure, and so on. So if we want to do this calculation based on demography, it is the best way is to use the media population instead of the total population. For the reason is that media population better represents the average population at risk. They better represent the average population at risk during the whole year. So if we want it, the one that represents the average population at risk is the media population, because as time goes on, population change throughout the whole year because of people giving birth, people dying, and people moving in and out. So using the population on January or December might overestimate or underestimate, either over or under, and that can lead to bias. And that is why it is appropriate for you to use the media population January to June ending. So by 1st July, you're having your mid-year population so that you can get the average number of people in the country during the year. So how do we calculate for the mid-year population? It's simple as ABCD. Now, to calculate the mid-year population, the formula is population at the start of the year plus population at the end of the year divided by 2. And that will give you your mid-year population. So, for example, population at the start of the year is 100,000. And then population at the end of the year is 104. Then you divide it by 2, and then you get your mid-year population. So this is the mid-year population. Now, what is the positive? All this we have been talking, blah, blah. What is the positive effect of migration on health? This is our major concern. And that is why we are here today. Though we understand that we need to put figures to help policymakers to take a decision on health. But what is the positive effect of migration on health? When you have more people moving in with experienced doctors, experienced nurses, midwife, public health nurse moving in into your community, into your facility, there is an improved access to healthcare. For example, while you are working, you have new doctors coming. You can now do surgery. So you can see that there will be improved access to healthcare. And when more people are moving in, government will also come in to support with more staffs, more resources. So there will be better living conditions. People move out of a country in order to better their living standard and nutrition. Sometimes you have knowledge transfer, health. Better doctors are coming from US to teach us how to do this surgery, kidney transplants, and all those things. And that is a health investment. However, the negative effect is where my problem is. As midwives, we should be able to use migration to plan. And that is why we are here today. Because most of you will say that, oh, I'm not a geographer, or I'm not this migration. But we need to use this to plan. And our concern is on my concern is the internal one is seasonal. And then international one is my concern here. Now, when you have more people moving in, there is a health problem. Exposure to communicable diseases. They come in with different diseases. And mental challenge. For example, international migration, some of our colleagues went to lock somewhere in other countries. So mental health challenges are also there. Occupational health risks is also there, and limited access to health services. Because when you have more people coming into, it means there will be an increase in your workload with fewer resources. Now, this is where my concern is. Now, midwifery role, when we talk about migration, what is our role? Here, I will take my time. So we have a specific role to play when we talk about migration, especially international migration and then internal, seasonal. So when we have, as midwife, we have a specific season. Now, within that specific season, we have more people coming into the community we are working. It may be Christmas, it may be occasion, Easter break. More people want to join their family. It may be a market day. And within that market day, we have more people coming to the market or to the town. Now, you as a midwife, you need to know that within that season, there will be increase in ANC, deliveries, postpartum, and you need to plan. So you have to provide accessible antenatal care. Sometimes, if it's a market day, you can even move into the market, give health education on important topics, important things you have been encountering in your hospital or labor ward. For example, stillbirth, you give more education. Maybe they are giving animal at home and doing all compulsion. Now, you have to also give more services. And during that season or during that occasion, market day or season, you don't allow so many people to go on off duty. Now, encourage registration. Sometimes you need to, if it's a farming season, sometimes you need to deploy most of your midwife, go with their domiciliary bag and be conducting ANC and bringing critical cases to the hospital. You see, you have to follow them. Primary health care. So migration help we midwives to plan. Now you need to conduct safe delivery and emergency preparation because more people are coming in. Sometimes they are not your attendees, or they are not attending clinic at your facility. But because it's a season, they are coming in. Some will come and they have so many complications. Sometimes you don't even plan crampo. They came to the market and they are in labor. They will rush them there. Some came to visit their family and then they are having abortion, or they are in labor, and they will have to rush them there. So you prepare for emergency. It's not that time, that seasonal, when you know there are more ANC attendants, more labor cases, more postnatal cases. That is the time that you are shorting resources. No. It should be the time that you order for more resources. And you need to plan for postnatal delivery or care, postnatal care. Now, migration, there are challenges. There will be an increase in workload. If we have more people coming in within a specific season, it means that time, there will be more workload on the midwives or nurses. So that is not the time for you to deploy more people to go on leave. Please, if you are in charge and you are planning, you need to consider migration so that you don't release more people to go on leave within a specific season or off duty. You know that today is a heavy market day. Monday is every market day. Monday, you should load more staff on duty. And then you should share their work, and then they know what I am doing. And that is, like I said, that is not the time you'll be shorting resources. Make medical supply ready. And you should be very careful of ethical issues. Our sisters who have moved outside and they are practicing, they have the fear for deportation. But we, those who are here, during the season, we have people coming in with different dimensions and cultural diversity. And so respectful maternity care is very, very important. We should be able to know how to talk to them. You can't talk to them anyhow. If we are not careful, you may be in trouble as a midwife. So you should be careful, know how to talk to them, know how to handle them. Now, planning duty schedule for nurses and midwives, taking consideration of migration. Now that we have a lot of nurses going, a lot of midwives going, that is why I say now it's not easy to see the move and the green beds in the world. You will see a lot of green uniform. So when we are planning your duty roster, check the population change by migration. Look at the season. If it's a market day, load more people there. If it's an occasion, December is an occasion. Easter, April, March. Is it March, April? It's an occasion. 14th February is an occasion. So when we are planning for your duty roster, we don't go on leave on occasion or season. And that is why our in charges don't allow us to put our leave around December, January, Easter, April or something. Because during that occasion, you have more people coming into, so those who are coming, some are pregnant, they will come to the maternity ANC, and they shouldn't come and see one or two midwives. All of you are on Easter break. No. So when you are planning your detailed roster or schedule for leaves, don't put more people to go on leave on occasion. And that occasion, you should even get more experienced people within that period. So if now you didn't understand why your in charges were not giving you skill duties or sick off or going on leave on occasion like December, January, or April and those things, you should understand them. They are taking into consideration of migration. And you should estimate service demand, use the media population and past data to predict workload. And adjust your staffing. Add more staff. Rotate shift. Share responsibility. Share the task. Where you do this, you will do that. You see, we can make the world that even if it's an seasonal, for example, Easter or Christmas, we can make it lovely and we will enjoy ourselves there. And we don't even feel that, oh, we are not celebrating some of the Christmas. Job so that is the job we find ourselves in. Our job is being influenced by population growth and migration. So seasonal migration, people are coming in to celebrate, to do farming, to do marketing, and all those things. We can't go on leave. We can't go on off on that day. We should understand. You see, this is the time for you, provide support. You know, people are coming in, I have people becoming, these people become, so they plan for interpreters. So, there is an interpreter, you call the person. Outreach program, clinic. Re-strategize your referral system because anything can happen. It shouldn't be that it's December, you go and an emergency cesarean session, there is no doctor. Where is the doctor? He has gone for Christmas break. Please, let's try and fix things. So migration is not far away from midwives. They are at our doorsteps and we need to use them. So what is the effect of migration, the effect of immigration of nurses and midwives in Ghana on our health system? Why am I laughing? I'm laughing because we plead with better condition of services so that we can see. Because a time will come, we are losing all the experienced staffs. Even the young ones are going, and that's the dangerous thing. Whom are we going to train? So the time will come, you go to the ward, you'll be injected with needle in your head or nose, IV, because all the experienced staffs are leaving for greener pasture, better condition of service, which most of you are planning to do so. So if you are planning to do so, please consider Ghana first. Then there is an increased burden on remaining staff. Sometimes you go on morning, you are waiting for afternoon midwife to come and then release you. You stay there, you call, the number cannot be reached. The number can, the next thing is the person is gone. So you have to do overtime with no payment. And that is an effect on our health. Service gap and reduced access. You go to the, nobody is there. Consulting room 2, midwife has traveled. And now that more countries are even looking for midwives, a time will come, they will all be gone. And so please, let's consider Ghana first. Effect of migration on nurses and midwife again, on the public health outcome. On the public, a time will come, there will be maternal and child health risks. Please don't blame us. You will come and they delay in services. You want us to rush and take care of you. Look at the ratio. That is why I always ask you, do a talk with facts. What is the normal ratio between a client and a midwife? You go, one midwife is to 50 ANC attendants. You are tired and you are exhausted after 10. You are exhausted and there will be oversight. And you want us to rush when there are other patients in the ward. Other clients are there. So let's look at it and let's look at it well. If not, there will be delay in healthcare, immunization challenges, and shift to the young work. Rising training demand. Now look at when we started with enclaves and IELTS. What was the price? Now look at the price now. People are rushing to go and do that exams so that they can exit the country. So thank you very much. That brings us to the end. I was trying to use my time so that I will, because I will not go to the next lesson because I also have a next lesson. So thank you very much. Reading assignment is mortality and morbidity. So that is what we have under the migration. So I think all questions in the chat box has been answered. So I don't have any question there to answer. So before I will say as midwife save life, let me quickly pick 2 questions. Maybe somebody questions was in the chat box and it was not answered. Let me pick 1 or 2 questions and then call it a day. Okay, Evelyn. 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 Okay, Evelyn, I don't know. Evelyn, you can't hear me. Evelyn. All right. Any other? Evelyn is off. Let me mute her again. Evelyn.
Yes, sister.
All right.
Sister, please, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Sister, mine is a clarification just for soft life.
All right.
Concerning what you said earlier on, that a student said when you subtract the immigration net from the other one, you get the net rate, migration net rate. Can we use that step, or we should use the normal step that you gave to us, the formula?
Oh, it's the same. You do the deduction. You have to wait. Let me go back to the slide, and then you do the deduction and see. You get the same figure.
So if you don't want to go through that long process,
No,
you can
hold
just
on.
subtract it.
I want you to do the subtraction and see. Okay. All right, so do the subtraction. 21.3 minus 10. And that will give you 11.3. That's what he was saying. That is a student who told me that. That was the time when you do it. But it still come back to the 11.3, right? Hello, Evelyn. All right. Okay, so thank you very much.
Yes, sister.
It still come back to the 11.3, right?
Okay, sister.
No, did you do the deduction yourself?
Okay, that means we can use it instead of going long way.
Do you know that short ways are always dangerous anyway? So short
Thank
ways
you,
are
sister.
always okay. So thank you very much. I have
you.
another class which I have to prepare, take water, and then join them. So I think there is no other questions again. Nobody hands is up. There is no hands up again. So please, the slide is on your page till we meet again next week. Midwives, save life. Bye-bye to everybody.